Ready?
Hello and welcome to Rhythm and Pixels, episode 4-6. This is a video game music podcast featuring your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Spicy P.
Spicy P. Hey, Spicy P.
Hello.
How you doing over there?
You know, just chilling, relaxing.
Why don't you tell our listeners what the topic is today?
Oh, that's easy, man. Today's topic is soul music.
Yeah, so this came up, I think it was on 4-4, where we started making up dumb noises, and then we were like, soul, or the 4-3, and it was awesome. And I was like, you know what, there's a lot of good, like, soul music out there in these games, and I know I've got a few, and maybe not technically soul music. So when I say soul music, I was thinking like,
A feel, like not necessarily
like jazzy, slow jam. Maybe not necessarily slow jam, but maybe romantic. Maybe, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it can be like a tune when you're just kind of tapping your foot rhythmically to the beat, drinking a nice glass of gin.
Yeah, I'm imagining beach, maybe hanging out on the beach, or just I don't know, man. Maybe you light some candles and you got your special person next to you.
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah. So like in the last episode, you had some music that you wanted to pick for that one. I definitely had some tracks I wanted to play on today's episode. So this is 4-6. I'll start us off. This is the Heat Waves from Super Monaco GP for the Sega Genesis by Tokuhiko Uwabo. You're listening to the Heat Waves from the game Super Monaco GP for the Sega Genesis.
I like it.
This is Tokuhiko Uwabo. And I just ran into this track when I was just looking for other music and just had to fit somewhere on the show.
I can't not like this track. This is the epitome of what this episode's theme was all about. I gotta say, makes me sad it's a short one, but all the more reason why we'll be back, baby.
So if you like this, Tokuhiko Uwabo did, of course, Super Monaco GP 2, which I didn't think was as smooth as this, but he also did the music to Phantasy Star 2.
Really?
And he did the music to Space Harrier? Air Harrier.
Are the other tracks in this game
Space Harrier.
of a
Space
similar
Harrier 2.
style?
Yeah, they're a little bit more upbeat, and this one's kind of like the like you finish the race, but you're still going. just because you just enjoy the drive. And you're just cruising. This is cruising music, man. It's
Oh, yeah. Put the top down. Let the wind blow
I know
through
you're
your hair.
usually into like the rock, like high energy type stuff. Is there a spot in Purnell's heart for some smooth special sauce?
Oh, believe me, no. No. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Nah, I gotta say, typically, I've been kind of out of the loop because my life hasn't had much room for loving tunes.
Loving tunes.
But I must say, the interest was always there, and baby, it'll never die.
I love it. I love the sound, and I love it coming from the Genesis. It's just so like this little kind of. They're supposed to be kind of horns, but kind of keyboard horns. They're so smooth, so smooth. So I hope you like it. I hope the listeners enjoy it. I hope you're crawling up together by the fire.
By the fire,
Put your arm around that person,
let her feel love.
and you tell that person how much you love motorcycle racing.
Because they should
How it makes you feel.
want to go real fast
And then take it real slow.
through the checkpoint, yo.
Going for that time extension, if you know what I mean.
He means extended time bonus.
Extended time with the one you love.
Mm-hmm.
I think we played around with this one enough.
Free parking.
Oh.
Best
Like you
theme
said,
ever.
free parking. You look over. You're like, hey. And also this is gonna be another short episode. We're just having 2 short episodes in a row. Again, I'll be traveling, so we're just kind of pushing them in here, kind of breaking them down.
But when
And,
the time comes, baby,
But you're still special.
we still love you. We hope you still love us too. Because my heart couldn't take the pain. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
So for now, what is your next track?
Well, this is the Purnell style of soul.
Oh.
And by that I mean, we'll see.
This is open to personal interpretation. I haven't heard it yet, so what you got?
The track is The Dark Shopping District, and it's from the game Revelations Persona. And for the record, if I hadn't chosen it on a previous episode,
Yeah.
it would have most likely been the theme from Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations.
Oh man, yeah, that would be perfect. Oh,
But I couldn't choose it twice.
that's one of my favorite episodes musically. That and the sports episode.
Because we got an ear for good noise, man.
Wow, man, Phoenix Wright is like on it,
This is true.
but this is not Phoenix Wright.
This is not. This is Dark Shopping District, so jam on it. Welcome back. You're jamming out to the dark shopping district, if you know what I mean. From the game Revelations Persona from the Sony PlayStation. Written and composed by
Soji Meguro.
Oh, baby. Let me tell you.
Shoji
Meguro
knows a groove. He knows how to lay down a groove. So we were like, this is some soul music. This is kind of a Dark Souls music.
It has a... I'm breaking character for it. All right. First of all, it's got a nice beat to it. Like, there's that weird component with the wow, but it really doesn't take away from it at all.
Yeah,
it kind of adds to it.
Kind of like long, kind of dissonant guitar kind of thing. But I mean, it's Persona.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, like even the kind of like shuffly, lazy kind of drums, it's kind of washed out and all that reverb. But it's that piano.
It's just freaking
The piano
awesome.
and that bass line, do.
And it's amazing too because for all the later, basically Persona 3 and 4, the Persona games where the Persona series kind of took off, and both of those games have a style of music that is completely unlike the first two games. But stuff like this right here is what kind of got lost in the time, and basically lost in this man's musical history that people need to stand out and remember, because this is awesome. This is real awesome.
Yeah, this is really, really good. Yeah, a lot of the heavier stuff, he definitely gets remembered. But some of the groove tracks, and the breakdown at the end, I was like, what? The song has a breakdown too?
He went to town on this track, and it shows.
So why is this a dark shopping district? Is it like it's like a shopping area like within a dungeon crawl?
Not exactly. If I remember correctly, because it's been a long time, the premise is you enter this shopping mall, and it's under the curse of someone known as the Harem Queen. And those who enter the mall are never allowed to leave, and they are slaves to her.
Oh.
So once you try to walk out of the mall, it sends you back to the entrance of the other side of the mall, so you can't actually get out. And the only way
like a loop.
Yeah, it loops you back. So the only way to get out of the mall is to go meet the Harem Queen and to ask her, quote unquote, to let you out. And that involves going through a dungeon known as the Harem Temple, which is about 5 or 6 floors deep that exists beneath the mall. It is a very difficult dungeon. And you have to make the trip twice because she kicks you out the first time you go to see her because she's a jerk.
I feel like every time you talk about Persona, you're like, it's a very difficult part of the game.
This is
like,
true.
That's like every part of the game.
Yeah, the dungeons are very old school style in the sense of like corridors with no real features to differentiate between them. So you just kind of have to have the map out and read where you're going. It's very tough, but fun. But yeah, it's also has one of my favorite sequences in the game of some sorts because it involves like a character who's like a beauty queen from your high school who doesn't quite get what it means to be a good person, and it goes into the concepts of what does it truly mean to be beautiful, and what it means to be happy with you as your own person.
Huh, that's pretty cool. It gets like deeper, kind of introspective.
Oh yeah,
like thoughts in that game.
It gets crazy. Heck, the final concept of the game is you're fighting some girl's id. So it's like it's really good, man. It meant that game is up there meaning a lot to me in regards to like the themes it presented and what you could learn from it. It's up there with Okage Shadow King, honestly.
Oh wow.
So another game that I think I've mentioned on the show, like what themes it presents to the player and what it means to understand what you're dealing with in the game. It gets heavy. So
it's pretty cool. Like I've heard people say that about Psychonauts.
Yeah, Psychonauts is really slick. I'm actually playing that again right now. It doesn't necessarily present like a moral lesson, so to speak, but it gets heavy in the sense of like you delve into these characters' minds, and while you're in there, each level has a theme, but you come across latent memories for some of them, and a number of those memories can get to be pretty dark and pretty sad. Like one character, she ran an orphanage, and then one day while she was out, the entire orphanage burned down, so she's been haunted by the guilt of letting the children die in the orphanage. So, like, you basically come across a hidden area in her mind where all the kids are burning, and they're going, "Why'd you let us die? Why'd you do that?" And she's like, "You shouldn't be in there."
Oh, man.
It's pretty creepy, but really awesome, too. So
what say we just jump straight into our bonus round tracks? How about that?
I'm game for that.
All right. So, my first track, can't have a soul episode without the Super Soul Brothers.
Wait, wrong Soul Brothers. Wrong Soul Brothers.
From the Super Soul Brothers. This is from their album, their first produced album called Fireball. So check them out. We'll have links to that on their website. This is the song called, there's their cover of Hydrocity Zone or Hydrocity Zone. I hear most people say Hydrocity Zone.
I think that's what it's supposed to be. Hydro City doesn't quite make as much sense, I think.
Okay, so I'm sitting here and the cat is just biting the hell out of my arm. Oh my God.
Play through it. Play through it. You gotta play through it.
Yo, super soul bros hit you with that fofo. Oh no, solos on the horns like that trombone. Bring that funk city fresh from your PC or your console. Make you wanna console your mama while we ill as this. Old school vibes with that new type fresh. Mr. Mon's that dude on the mic, ain't nothing nice sliding through. Ain't no crew as dope as this. They get a step my way, all the way live from the Sunshine State. There's in a drop, but yes, we walking through the Hydro City. A sprint dodging ghouls, and what's your option? Select the super soul bros, the San Jose concoction. Flip script, kick, flip switch like every constant. Awesome, so sick you coughing. Asking for more like a young Oliver Twist. We gifted, uplifted, in fact, and overtrained the tracks. Super soul is where it's at. Yo, things they move in cycles. Transformers, prime time my disciples. Whether heads or tails, pass or fail. Speed like a sonic boom. Perfect the art and where to start. Collect the hearts. Also collect, inspect the deck. A Donkey Kong smack it, just get mad respect. Parry everything like an 04 Daigo. One strike, two strike, three, it's inevitable. The music keep you high, Mr. Veggie. Fist to the top, vibe drop like Diz Gillespie. Milestones that go on microphones, yeah, we got it. Infinite like figure eight, you can't stop it. Graduated with supreme technique, I went to college. All this knowledge, a slave to the rhythm and beats. A beast like Vincent, strike 3 or 7 times and find where the verse are pros. Super soul keep you on your toes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I liked it.
That was awesome. That rap verse, like, you don't even see it coming. And then, boom, there it is.
And they even snuck a dose of Mario Brothers in there,
Yeah,
too.
a little bit of everything going on. Yeah, and it's produced, like, so well. Like, I feel like you can hear every bit of the drums, every bit of, like, the bass and the horns, and everything fits in really, really well. And that, the guitar at the end, the little guitar just starts coming through. Oh, man.
I gotta start listening to these guys more often because there hasn't been a track of theirs yet that I've disliked. Yet.
Yeah, so they only have one album they have online you can buy called Fireball, which is amazing. supersoulbros.com. Check them out. And but on YouTube they have a lot of videos of their live performances, and they're just awesome. Just really, really awesome. What you would imagine. It's just fantastic stuff.
Just sweet diggums.
All right, so what is your track, Purnell?
Well, I kind of went a different route for myself.
All right.
I decided to go with a track from, of all things, the Goemon series. However, once you hear it, you'll know why.
Hey, Goemon's come up a lot on this show. You know that?
Because they're all the tracks are just they have such awesome OSTs, which makes them also prime real estate for remixers.
Absolutely. Also, I like saying Goemon.
Goemon!
Goemon.
Gotta catch them. Wait a minute.
Anyway, so what's the name of this track?
It's called Kabuki Frogs, Burning My Soul. Actually, more specific, it's Kabuki Frogs, but it's a remix of a track called Burning My Soul. And the composer goes by the handle Red-Tailed Fox. track goes too, but it's awesome.
Oh man, that solo is so good. Oh, and it fades out on the solo? Are you kidding me? Oh man.
I dug deep for that.
That was awesome. I
Real
can't.
deep.
Oh man, that is one of my favorite picks on this show by far. Those keyboard solos were just on it.
He put that track to really good use. Like the track in the normal game is very fast paced and energetic, and he took it in a completely different direction here, and it showed so awesome. And this guy deserves a lot more attention.
Yeah,
I hope he's still putting tracks out.
I hope so. Yeah, I'll do some research and then put the links up on the site. He went by Red Tailed Fox when he put this track together. You'll find that on OC Remix. So hopefully he's got some other stuff maybe we can find and we can put up there. Mm-hmm. That was Burning My Soul from the game Goemon Adventure. That was N64?
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
Came out around the time the system was kind of up and done, so a lot of people probably forgot about it too.
Yeah. All right. So for more information on these artists on the bonus round portion of the show, check out the website rhythmandpixels.com, and we'll have links to where you can find their music. Thank you for joining us today on this smooth, soulful episode of Rhythm and Pixels. Episode 4-6, Soul Music.
We hope you enjoyed it because, baby, we enjoyed presenting it.
And we hope you don't mind our broad interpretation of soul music and video games.
Hey, what can I say? Soul is all about how you, the listener, interprets it. Don't get me wrong, there's other aspects of soul like instrument use and composer and thematics, all sorts of crazy things. But at the end of the day, if you feel it, baby, it's working.
Yes.
It's doing its job. And I think we did a pretty good job of it for game music.
I think so too.
So
I think we did a pretty good job.
But if you don't think we did, if you feel as though there's something that you would have rather heard that represents what soul music sounds like to you within a game,
let us know.
Because we want to listen to it. We actually had a couple people on our feed actually recommend a few things in music not too long ago, and it's actually been pretty cool to talk to people about music and about games. And come next week, I'm going to mention the name as well as the game itself, because quite frankly, I have a game I need to try that was recommended to me.
All right.
So it's going to come up.
So you'll talk about the game, they recommended a game to you or a game soundtrack?
Recommended a game because they presented a soundtrack, a tune from the game.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, if you never played this, you got to get down on top of it."
That is the best way to find out about games, is hearing the soundtrack first and be like, "Oh, this is great! I got to check the game out."
Oh, I was actually floored by it because honestly, that's one of the things I look forward to most about doing this show. I want to talk to people. I want to hear from people and hear what their thoughts are, because quite frankly, there's so many options, there's so many ideas and opinions out there that you just kind of want to hear about as much as we can. We want to get people out there talking.
Well, we want to hear your voices. So you send your voices over to us, over to our email address,
rhythmandpixels@hotmail.com.
And then you can check out the website for a full track listing, information on the show, and information on the artists.
Rhythmandpixels.com.
Almost did it. You kind of hummed to get rid of the wwws.
Yeah, it was tough. It's always there, always waiting for me.
You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/rhythmandpixels. Find us on Instagram, where you'll see great pictures of me and Pernell being goofy and pictures of my cat. You can find that Rhythm and Pixels on Instagram. Find us on Twitter, Rhythm and Pixels. And if you like what you're hearing, please hit that subscribe button. If you're on iTunes, rate, review the show. It really helps other people find the show, and in turn helps other people find this great music. And that's what we want to promote, the music that we love.
I totally forgot that in the process of all the talking we did, I completely forgot to mention the name of the game and the person who recommended it to me. I am a jerk.
Oh, I thought you were going to mention it in the next show.
Oh, no, I got to mention it during the show as a means to pressure myself, because if I say it and then don't do it,
Yes.
then I'm quite the jerk.
Well, you got
And
some time, so what is it?
the game is called Brain Lord. It's an SNES
yes,
title.
Yes.
And a guy that goes by the name of Cameron Worm. If I mispronounce your name, please don't hate me.
Ah, yes. You actually sent some suggestions through the email address.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'll share that to you after the show.
Sweet.
So thank you, Cameron. Cameron?
Yeah, it's Cameron.
Cameron, yeah, I almost said Catherine. Thank you very much, Cameron, for the suggestions. And Purnell's going to get on that Brain Lord.
Because if I don't, oh, baby.
Speaking of the cat, he's on my lap. All right. I got anything else? We got to get out of here. This is the Rhythm and Pixels video game music podcast. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Purnell.
Thank you for listening.
And remember, sometimes you want to keep it real slow. Time moves pretty fast, and we're always in a rush to get things done. But quite frankly, nothing beats a nice slow time where you lay back. If you're lucky enough to have a special someone, make it a lay back for two. Pop a nice glass of champagne or Kool-Aid if you're too young. And just take it all in. Just remind yourself that you don't have to rush at the world's pace. You can make your own pace when the time is right. And quite frankly, we all should do that because our hearts just can't take it otherwise. So do that.